Hey YouTube, doing the up close thing, which I never really get to do. I wanted to show you the neck on the cracker. So here we have, well, you can see me down the corner, the corker, like what it says on the headstock. So some slow, sexy type passing, making slow passes on the Death Star type things coming up. See, because this is shiny, I can't get the light to work right. I'm not really sure exactly how to do this. I've got the camera kind of attached to the light, which is probably exactly what you don't want to do. I mean, I can adjust the angle of the camera. You just get that circle, which is just annoying. I can't. If I turn it off. Well, I suppose it's a more natural thing. I take it if I open the window behind me and let some actual light on it. No. Whatever. Here we go. So here is the corker. I don't know if you can really see. A bit better with the light on. I think it's better with it off. Bit of a learning process, this. Yeah. So that's a walnut burrow, and it's one piece. Not like one piece all the way through. See it in the back there. If I can get the angle right, you can see it kind of rolls round the edge. Look at the way that binding kind of fades into nothing there, where the chamfer is, and then it reappears there. Pretty amazing stuff. This as a gutter bridge. That's the one I was talking about. You can see the ball in, so I didn't want to put roto sounds on it because they were coloured and you could see them. And so this is a bit more classy like that. These are the knobs that I put on it. They weren't the ones that were originally on it. I can't actually remember what it was on. I think it was just Les Paul knobs. I quite like those knurled ones, but the ones my pal gave me, I quite like these ones. White. I think these ones are quite cool. I think I might swap them over. They're from Yamaha. I had them on a Yamaha SE 150. They're also on the SC 400. They're just kind of slightly different. They've got a slight ribbon. They've got that sort of Yamaha kind of make their own bits. I quite like the idea. I think I might swap them over. I've got a funny feeling actually I tried to swap them. I tried to pull these off and they didn't really want to come off. So I just gave up. But I think I'm going to swap those knobs over. The scratch plate, which is divides opinion. A couple of my pals don't really like that. It is multiply, but made of fancy woods. It's not actually necessary. You could just put pickup rings on it, but there's 6 screw holes holding it down. I wondered if it was hiding a fault, but it's not really. Pickups, that's a DiMarzio True Tone or something like that. It's Tone Zone, is it? Something like that. That's a SD, like a modern super distortion, so it should be the same as the one that's in the cracker, really. This is the 6-way switch. You just get 1, 2, 3, as in your top run, and then if you pull it down the way, bunk, you get 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. So I've got it as, this is a normal mode, neck humbucker. In the middle it's inner coils, I think, and then bridge humbucker, and in the bottom run you've got bridge single coil, that coil, then outer coils, and then neck coil. I split it so that you get hum cancelling when you're in the outer coils and inner coils, but when you're listening to this one on its own, this coil always sounds better than this one because it's just got slightly more oomph to it. So I did that. Yeah, pure ridiculous. Yeah, as you can see, it bound all the way around. I'm not super happy with that. Actually looks very much like a B&Q type screw. I'll maybe put a nicer screw in there. And the hand carved back plate that fits in kind of goes. Is that good a fit? Next thing, I suppose, the neck join, which is mental. I've never seen anything like this before. See, I can't really show this in videos. It makes perfect sense when you're actually playing it, but it's really strange. You think, why did they leave this big jaggy bit here? Can you not round it? And it's like, no, it's not the way it works. Don't know. If the way it's going is actually going to show. I'm gonna get this at an angle. You can see it. Yeah. So see, there's what's that? Why is there a mad bit there? See when you're playing high up the neck, it's a great place. Your thumb sits on it, and that's how you get up to the top, like you normally do. And it's like the same with there. It's kind of, it's been thought out. You know, when you're playing up high, your thumb sits in that bit there. It's very comfortable. It's like, so I mean, whoever it was had thought of this, they thought about it. It's not just, oh, I think I'll do something that looks mental and it's difficult. Obviously moving on to, I think that's a mahogany neck, but it's, look at the, on the edge there, you can see you've got flame maple at the bit again, like when you're playing a guitar, the bit you actually look at. These bits, you know, you've got this flame maple thing. It's actually like a double binding. So you've got a maple fingerboard with, you can't, I think this guitar in the original reverb photos, you could see that it was two different strips of wood. One of them's purple and one of them's brown. But I think this guitar's been, because it was hanging up in a window for a long time, the two pieces of wood seem to both be the same colour. You can't actually really just differentiate easily between the two bits, but you can see it's been inlaid on top of the fretboard, and then the frets have been put on. But I love the way, I just absolutely love the way the fretboard peeks out in below there, and you end up with this maple stripe, which is, it's just awesome. And it's got these cool fret markers, which are like, I don't know. You don't want to just say plywood, but some sort of thing. Then proper mother of pearl, fancy ones, kicking in, and 23 frets for some reason. It's got mother of pearl dots on the edge. I forgot to say that and then actual Cluster Deluxe. Do you know? So the headstock itself is a little bit it's a little bit like the neck join, the look of this bit. It kind of curves round, and then if you go on the top, it's got like a sort of scoopy bit, so kind of like a Telecaster, but got this bit here, and this got a wooden. It's not a truss rod cover, just I suppose an art thing with like a planet on it, like a moon eclipse or something. I don't even know what it is. And then a bone nut. But it's to say, stunning guitar. Look at the way I'm talking about the binding disappearing as well on the edge. It does the same there. Like just wee details, like the way that comes in there. Oh, let's see. Same with that one. I didn't want to show you that bit there. See the way the binding just sort of cuts round, but it's very, very pretty, this guitar. So I think it's getting shinier. I think it's just a true oil finish. But you can see with some of the handmade stuff, you can see just look how glossy that is. You can see the imperfections in it, the way somebody's done it. It's not been laser cut or anything like that. And it's quite difficult to get like a burl walnut top big enough for a guitar, never mind one piece of wood. Look at it. Prime coffee table era stuff is this guitar. I do quite fancy the Yamaha knobs, so I think it has to be said. Not particularly interesting string trees. I've not really gone over this and made it my own as such. It's pretty much the way it was. All I've done is I had to rewire the 6-way switch to give sensible options. It didn't make sense the way it was wired up before. And I already changed the knobs. I think they were gold Les Paul knobs. I didn't like them. That's it. Everything else is brilliant. You know, it's like tempted to go round and change those string trees for the ones that I put on the Kraken, because I like, you know, the sort of Fendery ones. But I mean, it's somebody's vision. This. It's like there's too many things on it. It's like this was not an economical guitar to build. You couldn't build this guitar. I'm totally used to the shape now. I love it. Slight Ibanez type hook thing going on there. Quite heavy at 4 kilograms, but it's like someone's attempt at making the absolutely perfect guitar. Also, I didn't really mention it, but the neck, kind of round about here, is a very similar dimension to as it is down here. So maybe that's why this bit's a bit extended. The neck's very thin here. So when you're playing, and it's like very much a case of when you're playing on the 12th, that bit there where your hand just it's you know, it's there's a thing going on there where it's not just a case of removing the heel to make it better. It's like actually somebody's designed that to take that bit of your hand, and that just happens to be when you're playing in the 12th. Oh, what were the chances of that? You know, and then if you're going to be playing anything above the 15th, you move into position of thumb on little triangular base plate bit there. Very clever stuff. People thought about this stuff. It's the same. I'm getting the same sort of vibe with this as I am with the cracker, or the Kraken. To be honest, it's that whole thing about if you're going to make a guitar, think about all these things. You don't generally tend to get that the same way on factory made guitars. That's one of the things I liked about that wee Yamaha. It's like someone had thought about it, but this we're talking about someone had thought about it in pure stupid detail. You know, it's like pure, oh, I can do this. It's 10 times harder to do, and it's probably going to be about 0.5% better, but I'll still do it. That kind of thing. And even just things like the neck angle, the fact that this bridge is pretty much sitting solid in the body, the action's absolutely perfect, and the strings line up under the pickups amazingly, and all that. So an amazing thing. I'm not doing anything with the wiring in this. I like the 6-way switch, getting my 2 humbucker sounds, and then inner coils, outer coils, and then two single coil sounds. That's everything I want from 2 humbuckers in one go, with a volume and a tone. The thoughts of putting push pulls and stuff in, not for the corker. The corker has its sound, and again, just like the beauty of looking at these things here. Actually, it's got that's not a veneer. It's got like a walnut face plate of some description put on there. Well, like you can see but you look at the way it kind of cuts in there, and it's got that sort of groove, and then that's just a fucking sticker. That's definitely an afterthought. The corker, but a stunner for sure. My prettiest guitar, maybe. Rocking. I'm gonna do a couple of these. Just put them out at lunchtime, I think. See you later.